Good morning. One of the things I want to talk today about is breaking the generational curse of finances with your children. Now, I know this is a very delicate topic for a lot of families, but it's something that really should be discussed. We talk about this generational curse of not having enough money, and yeah, it can be very difficult. They say the root of cause is because of a lack of money in your family. Sometimes it's because of trauma. As children, we see our parents sometimes struggle. It could be through a job loss, getting laid off, maybe not having enough money to pay the bills. And as children, we can feel the stress. We can feel the stress of what's happening when our parents are struggling to figure out how to pay the bills. It does have an impact on the family, and not only on the family, but the environment that you're living in. Now, one of the things that's always upset me, it's really pissed me off, is when parents say, we don't talk about money because it's grown folks' business. I can't tell you how many times that as a realtor in the last 20 plus years, I've come across situations where we've had to unravel a home that is now being sold, and the kids don't know the first thing about how much money's owed on the house, whether there were liens put in place, whether there were second mortgages or HELOCs. And that can be very frustrating because a lot of times kids just live in silence. And I don't only mean just children, but even as young adults or even as adults. A lot of our parents grew up in an era where they feel like the finances is something that's not shared with their children. It doesn't matter how old they are. Their children could be 30, 40, 50 years old. And sometimes the mentality from a lot of the old school generation is that this isn't a place where we talk about money with our children. And not only can that be challenging when you're looking to unravel something, what about when it's time to start to make decisions for your parents? And maybe because they have to go into assisted living, or now it comes to a point where bills have to be paid and you don't know what the finances are. It's important to develop a healthy relationship with finances. You have to learn to respect money. It's said that money is energy. And if you have a bad relationship with money, then yeah, it's not going to work to your advantage. Now, one of the most important things you can do is you can create a financial plan. There's tons of books out there, websites, but it really comes down to budgeting. Live within your means and don't spend more than you make. Now, you can also get educated about personal finance. There's tons of websites out there, podcasts, TikTok, Dave Ramsey, different places where you can find strategies on investment, tax planning, and just overall about how money works and operates and how to live within your means. Now, another important thing you can do is surround yourself with positive people. That's a very important thing to do in order to get on track with finances. Now, breaking the curse, it's important. It's important because a lot of it comes from trauma from the past, because of that scarcity mindset where you feel that money's going to run out. It's time to break the curse. Now, I know generational curses aren't supported by scientific evidence, but it's something that's a reality. Some families are cursed when it comes to finances. A couple of key factors to remember is negotiate, negotiate, negotiate. Teach your kids how to negotiate. Whether buying a car or going and buying some at the store, negotiate the price. Borrow wisely. Definitely stay within your means and learn to borrow responsibly. Always try to stay 30% ratio under what your credit limit is, and learn that if you can't afford it, just wait. Invest early. Very important to invest early in order to build a solid financial plan for the future. And most importantly, live within your means. Very important to live within your means and teach your children responsibility, budgeting. The gift of responsibility, this is up to us as parents to make sure that we're educating our children. I hope this has been helpful.